Time for the final dungeon.
Music took a second there.
Yeah.
Oh shit, he's here. Turn it on.
It always takes a couple seconds once you load a new area.
Just odd. This is a cartridge. Whatever.
But it takes a couple seconds for the earlier music to fade out.
The most dire Keese fight I've ever seen.
Even my beams are powerful now.
Right, so we got a little preview of Dark Hyrule Castle in the last video, but you're going to see the real deal here. I said it last time, but this is a gauntlet. It's a pretty tough dungeon, but I like it as a final dungeon because it's got a lot of challenges that pretty much test everything you've learned so far. And I think that's the right way to do a final dungeon.
Yeah, it's appropriate, even if it is a bit of a pain.
Yeah, it sucks to do, but it makes sense for what it is.
I timed this pretty well.
Oh, wow.
I'm happy with that.
Good job. Yeah, they throw that new challenge at you. We haven't seen that before, but you're supposed to hit all the cannons at the same time by reflecting their cannonballs back at them.
It doesn't immediately show it to you, or it's not readily apparent, but the spin attack directly reflects the balls back in a straight line, and that's important to know for the final boss.
Oh, hello, old friend.
Haven't seen you in a while.
Yep, so these come back from the Oracle games.
And I get pretty much all of them in the first strike, because they're not hard. There's like 2 of them.
Right. It's nothing like the, what was that, the final dungeon in, I think it's Ages, had that really hard one.
I do not need you. This bit isn't too tricky. It's more dodging that one trap than anything. Whoop.
Yeah, you have a little bit of a grace period with those, thankfully. It would suck if they died immediately after touching something. We're tapping into our inner Bomberman here.
Always. I'm forgetting that my sword is so powerful against them.
Yeah, right. It's 2 hits. We just want to be flashy.
That's more because I have so many bombs. Why not?
Gotta use them.
Hang on. Nope, also not a secret.
Yeah, there's practically no secrets in this castle. I don't even think there's any.
Even though there's so many places where they'd be appropriate.
Surprised to see me and me and me?
Now we gotta do the same thing, but in kind of a jaunty pattern.
Yeah, where earlier in the game they were basically giving you the pattern, a lot of them in this dungeon and some of the later dungeons we've been doing previously, they give you a whole field and you have to decide what to do. Very cool.
I don't think so.
You're in a bad neighborhood.
Oh no.
Yeah. To lose all your money room. Use your sword.
Took me a little while to actually find the door, because it's right there.
There we go.
God, I hate that fire thing. I know there aren't any secrets in that room either.
Hey!
Got a Dark Nut fight, and this is actually what most of the dungeon is, fighting Dark Nuts.
Yeah. Let's say Dark Nut fight 1 of 30. So, we fought Dark Nuts before. The last dungeon had a Dark Nut in it, but you just kicked him off the ledge.
Yeah.
You don't have that luck here.
I'm trying to do this fair.
Now would be a good time to actually use your bombs.
Yeah. Eventually that's what I start doing. Because I wanted to see if I could actually fight them normally.
Right.
I learned that I can't. And that rattle is a hint. Secret passage.
Ooh, the spooky basement.
I should have actually gone ahead and gone through the door immediately to the right, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I think what you're doing now is making progress. Managed to use half the bombs.
That is also kind of a Bomberman trick.
Oh, yeah.
Getting the attention of an enemy that runs at you no matter what, and then just dropping a bomb in front of them.
It's like those statues are pointing at this chest like, hey, you forgot this!
Pretty much. It's the compass.
Okay, fine. I don't know why I'm always, like, just upset when I get a compass. It's actually, I mean, they are useful, but I don't know. I just feel like, just put this stuff on the map.
Yeah.
Why make it two separate pickups?
That's the one thing they got right with Skyward Sword, and then they carried over to Breath of the Wild. You don't need the compass.
Right.
It makes more sense for the map to have them marked down.
Yeah.
I'm also around the point of no longer giving a shit, so I do use the boomerang quite a bit.
There we go.
Now this room is a pain in my ass. Just trying to get around that fire trap.
Oh, yeah.
And trying to get the timing right, because you are still timed with the Force Sword. That happens so much.
Yeah, what sucks is there is no grace period for the fire trap. As soon as it touches one of your doubles, you're done. You're burnt.
Oh, hello.
Are they still doubles? One of your quadruples?
Quadruplets. They're my brothers now. Can't go through there anymore.
No, we are locked into this path.
No, gotta go through there. It's not that dangerous.
No. They shoot at such a slow interval.
Where do they go, I wonder? They're still in orbit.
Yeah.
And then we got the same thing as with the sky area. There's no ground looking down. Just more sky. And it's unsettling.
That doesn't make any sense, because it made sense before. We were in the sky. This is just the castle. Isn't it supposed to be sitting on the ground?
Yeah.
How tall is this castle? And weren't we just in the basement a few minutes ago? Whatever.
The castle got really tall.
The castle is mostly normal except for one 300-foot tall tower.
Well, it doesn't matter too much with pet. Actually, I guess it does, because depending on how you make it, you may not be able to get your double through there.
Yeah, you don't want them to get stuck. Oh, got a party in here.
Now, these guys are kind of immune to the boomerang.
And that makes sense.
Yeah, but they're not immune to bombs.
Yeah. It also makes sense. Nothing should be. Wow, they just never stop.
No. They got great arms.
Check out my triceps, man. They're massive. Wow, they dropped money you don't need.
Yep. This room took me way longer to figure out than it should have. Regular bombs immediately fall through the floor. Even with the platform, they don't stay on it. It took me a long time to figure that out. I was actually supposed to use the bob-bombs.
Yeah.
You do have to come up here to hit those switches. Much later, I realized what you have to do is use the gust jar to grab one of the bob-bombs. You have to move quickly because they explode fast. So it helps to also be moving kind of when you grab it. But then shoot those into the blocks.
An instant incendiary cannon. Just jump the gap.
Probably should have done that. Another door with a diamond carpet.
Right.
This is just a straight-up healing room.
Well, considering that you haven't taken that much damage yet, they expected the player to do worse in this dungeon than you have?
Well, we're not done. Now is where all the Dark Nut fights come in.
Yay! How good is your swordplay?
It's not.
Ooh, he's got that cool drill stab thing. How come those Swiftblade guys didn't teach you that one?
Yeah.
Well, this guy's really a lot better at blocking than the other one was. It was about this time Gunko realized he might be fucked.
It's around this point I stopped giving a damn. I am trying to see if I can use the boomerang, like if I can get a trick shot it around his back.
Like knock him in the back of the head.
But no, I'm just going to go back for bombs.
There we go.
He has a very small stun window. And like in Bomberman, I'm doing more damage to myself. I did Super Bomberman R recently, and someone commented, it's 2018 and Thorn is still more of a danger to himself.
But can you handle this? There are two. And here are three. No, it's two again.
Can you handle one again? So now we gotta go back and fight them all. That unlocks keys that we use to get to the final boss.
The cool thing is that these anti-fairies respawn.
Yeah.
So, you can basically heal after each one. But yeah, if there's one criticism I have for this dungeon is that there are way too many of these fights.
Yeah.
It stops everything to have this like mid-boss kind of fight. At least the white ones have a longer stun time.
Doing that does unlock those big doors. They were locked before. Damn it.
I wonder what that... Maybe you can light the torches now. With your burning ass.
Do a little wrong and I run out of time for that torch. But I got it.
You found our party room!
I don't know why I suddenly suck at fighting these ghosts. What really sucks is, once they grab you and lick you, as soon as they release you, another one can grab you and lick you.
Ezla's the one getting licked, though.
Well, it's still hurting me.
That's because Eslo's stomping on you as it happens. All that for a key.
And repeat.
Right. 3 more times.
I try.
Yeah.
I really try.
You learned all those fancy sword techniques. You gotta try them, I mean.
Maybe the Dark Nut's one of the enemies that the down stab is useful for.
Maybe. I don't think I've ever tried it.
Somehow that worked.
You did the stab move and that worked.
The thing with the roll attack is I always use it when it's not a good time.
Right. Gunkle's real good at stabbing the wall. Get in on the bone train.
There's the Wall Masters. Haven't seen them in a while.
Hey, we're here too.
Haven't seen them since the 3rd dungeon.
I think Vadi took some dungeon design techniques from Bowser with all these flame wheels everywhere.
Yeah. I can't hear it, but I actually do hit those switches.
Nice shooting.
I was kind of surprised.
Totally on purpose. Yeah, are you contemplating your demise?
Contemplating my next course of action, you have to drop down. And get a hug!
Finally a friend, oh no. 2 rupees, okay. Back on the 300-foot tall tower again for 2 hearts.
Which will quickly go back to max out my health. But need to keep going up to get the key.
Alright, we're halfway done with the Iron Knuckles.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, this part drags on too long. I think maybe 2 fights would have been fine. 4, way too many. Plus you have the 2 others that weren't for keys.
They could maybe get away with 3,
Yeah.
depending on where they placed it.
Like, have the really hard black one, and then maybe 1 room with the red guy, and then 1 room with the double, and then call it a day.
I even bring out my shield to make this as fight appropriate as possible.
Right. We will fight like real knights. Which means I'm going to try and knock you down and stab you between your armor plates, but you know.
Well, this looks like agony.
Yeah. We got 2 flame traps, we got to make a pattern, we got to keep our doubles alive.
I'm thinking it over.
Yeah, and timing also.
Eventually I go for an X of some sort, or a rectangle.
Yeah, you're pretty much given almost free reign to make whatever you want.
And then spin attack.
That works.
Oh,
Well, it's almost like you anticipated that.
as a note, the preview video is 30 FPS, and their flashing did not show up.
Oh, okay. Did I dispel a secret of your technique?
Everyone knows I make preview videos much lower quality than the final video.
Well, that explains why Gunkle looks like 3 pixels of green.
I'm amazed you can make out the Dark Nut.
Right. Thankfully, the white ones are really easy.
Yeah. This looks like more of a challenge. And once again, they gave me a bunch of hearts, so I just go back and forth to build my health.
So, if you didn't notice, the other room had a button in it that seemed to do nothing. What the button does is resets the pattern so that you can try it again.
Right.
I know somebody was probably worried about why the button didn't do anything.
First try it again.
E.
And then these assholes.
Party room number 2!
Thankfully, you only need to kill one before they all dispel.
They share one Horcrux or whatever that is.
I haven't shown up the light arrows. Not sure how much more powerful they are, but I think they are. Pretty powerful.
Yeah, you one-shot the moblin, that's pretty good. Up or down, make your choice.
This is just a refill room. Bombs and arrows. And I do max out my bombs, of course.
Obviously, we need every one.
There we go, final key. Now, it didn't show why we need all those keys, but because in the room immediately north, we got 4 key blocks.
Oh boy, final dungeon item, what could it be? It's just a key.
Yeah. 4 keys to get a key.
Right. Did you get the key to get the key to get the key to get the key to get the key? Yeah.
And nicely, you can use that blue warp to go to this room, use the red warp, go straight to the boss door.
Alright.
I'm just tickling myself!
You look like you've got me just in the nick of time! Meanwhile, he's been waiting for you to come in for 3 hours. A god with a lowercase g. Think bigger, body, come on. Was he shouting down from the roof?
Yeah, pretty much. This is why I refilled my bombs.
He's up there yelling, I sure hope Gunkle doesn't come up here. Uh-oh. Got scary there for a second.
Yeah, from here through the next video, everything just goes downhill for me.
Right. Can you handle this? 3 thieves? Okay.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
And they're still dropping kinstones in the final dungeon.
Yeah. Well, I haven't done all the fusions.
Yeah. Green kinstones, too.
Yeah.
Ooh, big carpet. It's gotta be the room.
With an eye.
For whom the frog the bell tolls. For the frog, yeah. Oh, 3!
It is very kind of Vadi to wait until we've gone through a room before he rings the bell again.
He's up there with the rope like, just one more? Okay, he's cleared it. Dong. Yeah, this fight kind of sucks. And this very repetitive music is not helping.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
I think the word devolve is appropriate here.
Yeah. I think your best bet here is to try and focus on the red ones first, because they're a little easier to kill, and then you've got the black one on its own.
The darkest of dark nuts. That's your best bet, is when he's doing an attack, the bomb will both stun him and also do damage.
Wow, you took a lot of damage there.
Yep.
Did you notice the eyes on the windows are closing as you get closer to Vadi?
Oh, I didn't. But that is who we're going to be fighting next time.
Spooky. He's up there just waiting to ring the last bell till you show up through the door. Any minute now, he'll be here.
Like, he's got the rope pulled down, but it's not going to dong until you show up.
I dinged, but I haven't donged yet.
It's a really picky bell.